Friends, lovers, warriors, allies, what's up? I've been having this reoccurring thought based on a lot of things I've been reading lately. And I'd like to call it the labor myth, or the progressive myth that has captured a lot of the consciousness, especially in the Western world. And this is the idea that on the track we're on with technology and automation and the emergence of systems, transportation, economic, political, social, that are becoming increasingly scalable and increasingly abundant on the surface of this planet, we're fast approaching a time where machines, robots, artificial intelligence will be able to do a lot of the things that we have come to expect of human beings. And so, what will we do when we don't have to work? This is an interesting query I would pose to you on this Wednesday afternoon. Is it a myth? Is it even true that we need to spend every waking moment of our existence producing something? Every waking moment of our existence contributing directly to material and survival-based needs? This is the question I've been pondering. So I think one of the main myths that we've inherited from the baby boomer generation and the post-World War generation of the 20th century is that without work and a welfare state, people would just have nothing to do. There would be nothing to do, and people would basically sit around and eat potato chips on the sofa. Is this true? I'm not sure. And I think that a lot of the education system is based around this premise that we need to give everyone an assigned role or a box, put your child here, so we can send them off into the world and they can produce something. But if you ever seen a child that was bored or did nothing, hola amigo, ¿cómo estás? Have you ever seen a child that was bored or wasn't like incredibly curious about the universe and the world? They're always asking questions. They're always wanting riddles. They're always wanting to solve puzzles. Why is the sky blue? How does this work? Can I take it apart? It's not until grade school that this curiosity and this mad scientist that's inherent in children is largely conditioned out of them, because we've placed maybe an emphasis on STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields, and fields that have a direct ROI in the capitalistic-based world. So I think a future is fast approaching. That's an interesting question, Daniel. The difference between a child and an adult, I think, is a lot of temporal constructs and ideation about work, which is what I'm riffing on here. Like, in the future, cars are automated, manufacturing is automated, food production systems are automated. What will you do with your time if you're not sitting in the 9-to-5-er grind all day long? Well, I imagine you would make art. You would spend time doing the things you love. You would invest in your personal relationships. You would explore hobbies. You'd travel the world. And you'd actually produce content or produce value for others that's based largely on your true authentic self, instead of maybe doing 1 to 2 hours of email or directed, focused logic brain work at your office and then spend the rest of your day on social media. You guys realize that the peak social times on social media are largely, as in over 50%, people in offices? I don't think that they're living their dream and working diligently the whole time they're at work. I think our ideas about work need to change. They're based on a factory, assembly line-based model that once served the collective to build the world that we live in now. But because of emergent technology, the nature of work is very quickly changing. And not only changing, it's completely dropping a lot of the limitations we've placed on it, and it's entering a new order of magnitude. The new currency is time, skills, expertise in networking and navigating the many systems that are now competing for your attention, including this live video on your Facebook feed? Fair question, Dan, for sure. Are we in an era where we've forgotten why we're working? Like, why are we striving so hard to create material abundance when we have a creative scarcity? And so this world that I'm envisioning, and I invite you to look deeply within yourself to see in the future, because it's already here largely, but in the next decade, it's going to take hold on such a level that even the people now that are like, well, 1940s assembly line factory industrialism, it still has a place. We still need that stuff. Maybe that's true for now, but I'm pretty sure with the minds behind Google and Singularity University, all the minds behind social media, characters like Elon Musk, the Peter Diamantises of the world, there's a whole nother paradigm emerging where technology will integrate fully with the needs of humanity, and we'll base our capitalism and our economies on human values instead of sheer profit. More, but less within. Less listening to the true self. Less listening to what it is you want to spend your life doing. Stop deferring life for some unrecognizable future in which you won't have to work anymore because you've worked enough to retire. I think we've been sold a bill of goods that net-wise is bankrupt. What would you do if you didn't have to work?